Okay, as now today we will revise the sound chapter, right? What is sound? As we already had discussed, sound is a form of energy, right? Which produces sensation of hearing, which produces sensation of hearing in our ears, right? Sound is a form of energy which produces sensation of hearing in our ears. Like you all had seen birds, animals, insects, they also produce some sound, right? So sound plays an important role, right? It helps in it helps to communicate with one another, right, beta? Now the question is this: how sound produced and how it travels from one place to the another, means how you are able to listen that, right? So to understand this concept, first you have to understand the term vibration, right? First, you have to understand the term vibration. What is vibration? Vibration, like if we will uh, stretch a rubber, so what will happen? It vibrates, right? So vibration is what? It is a rapid back and forth movement of a body. It is a rapid back and forth movement of a body, okay, to its mean position, about its mean position. Then a sound is produced. That means sound is produced by vibration. Sound is produced because of vibration. First, you have to learn that sound is produced because of vibration. What is vibration? Back and forth movement of a object. Is that clear? How it travels? How can you show that the sound is produced by a vibrating body? How we can show that the sound is produced by vibrating body? For this, we had done the activity also. I already showed you in the video also. Like when we will take two you can say like these two nails and stretch a rubber band, right? Stretch the rubber band. What will happen? It will produce vibration, and thus you can hear the sound. You can hear the sound. You can see also in case of in case of you can see like the sound is produced by the vibrating body, like school bells. All of you had seen when they strike it, then what is happening? Back and forth movement, vibration produced, and the sound you are able to hear the school bell. Tuning fork, when we are striking, or even you strike the spoon with the some other object, you can hear the sound, right? How sound travel? Now the question is how you can listen, how sound travel from one place to another. Very simple. Sound is produced by the vibration, right? When the vibration, the vibrating body or the object produce sound in the form of energy. Keep this thing in your mind. The vibrating body or object, किसी भी चीज को vibrate, the vibrating body or an object produces sound in the form of energy. Vibrating body transfer this energy to the air molecules, right? Near air molecules means as I am taking the rubber band, it is vibrating, and this energy is transferred to the air molecule that is near to that object, and then they transfer to the another air molecules. By this it moves on. The air molecules also starting vibrate, back and forth move. Is this point clear? when you will uh, when you will see the vibrating body, after that vibrating body transfer its energy to the air molecules, and these air molecules transfer this energy to the another air molecules, and they start also vibrating. Is that clear? So that means sound needs a medium to travel. Sound needs a medium to travel, right? That means sound needs a medium to travel. So medium is what? Medium may be solid, medium may be liquid, medium may be gases. Is that clear? The substance through which sound is transmitted, sound is passed, that is called the medium. That is called the medium, and it may be solid, it may be liquid, it may be gases, right? How we can observe that the sound travel in the solid? All of you are familiar with this one. When you will keep your phone on the vibrating mode, what will happen? And put it on the back of your bed or on the table or something like the solid, what will happen? It starts vibrating.
वाइब्रेट करना शुरू कर देता है.
Yes, the sound produced. So all of you will come to know that it produces sound, right, beta? Now, as in the last class, what we had discussed, squeaky toy. Anyone is having the squeaky toy? That is the whistle at the bottom of the squeaky toy. When you will take that squeaky toy, it produces a sound, chee chee like sound aati hai. All of you are familiar with this sound? All of you are familiar? When we will put this squeaky toy in the water, tub of the water bucket, then we will press it, then we will hear the sound. But it is feeble, less, because sound travels faster in case of the solids. Sound travel faster in case of the solid, right? Next, we are having that sound does not travel through vacuum. Please keep this thing in your mind. It needs a medium to travel, first main thing, right? Second main thing, it does not travel through vacuum. It does not travel through vacuum, right? It does not travel through vacuum. That means this is the reason that they are in space, we are not able to hear the sound, we are not able to talk one another, right beta? After that, matlab, you can say there is no atmosphere on the moon. Moon pe there is no atmosphere, that means no air particles are there. No air particles are there, that means the vibration will not transform from one medium to the another. That means it is vacuum on the surface of the moon. So we cannot hear any sound on the moon. Is this clear? Now, speed of sound. How the speed of sound? Like the speed of sound with which sound waves travel. Sound wave travel from upon the nature, that is called the nature and the density of the sound, right? Sound produced by human. Now we will discuss sound produced by human. Sound produced. The sound is produced by human means the sound is produced by the voice box or the larynx. Sound is produced by voice box or larynx. Right? Is this clear? Sound is produced by voice box or larynx. It is at the upper end of the windpipe. It is at the upper end of the windpipe. Two ligaments called the vocal cords. Two ligaments are there. I am making the diagram here. These are the vocal cords. These are vocal cords, right? What is larynx, or you can say it where it is present? Voice box or larynx, it is present at the upper end of the windpipe. The ligaments, two ligaments are there called the vocal cords, are stretched across the voice box. Clear? In such a way that it leaves a narrow passage. It leaves a narrow passage slit between these two, between them, so that the passage of air, the air will pass from it. And see here, when the air will pass, it vibrates the vocal cords. Vocal cord starts vibrating. What happens when the you can say when the lungs force air, when the lungs force air through the slit, slit में से lungs जो है air will pass it out. When the lungs force air through the slit, the vocal cords vibrate, resulting in the production of sound. Resulting in the production of sound. When the lungs force air, okay, through this slit, it vocal cord starts vibrate, and that results in the production of a sound. Is it clear? Muscles attached to these vocal cords, muscles attached to these vocal cords can make the cords tight or loose. Those muscles which are attached to the vocal cords, they make the tight or the loose. When the vocal cords are tight and thin, please keep this thing in your mind. When the vocal cords are tight and thin, sound produced is of higher pitch. Vocal cords, I'm writing here, vocal, we are talking about the vocal cords. When these are tight and thin, high frequency or high pitch, and when these are loose and thick, then low pitch or low frequency, right? When these are loose and thick, then we are having a low pitch and low frequency. What does it indicate? What does it indicate? That means like the vocal cords in men is of 20 mm long. Vocal cords in men 20 mm long. In case of the women, it is 15 mm long. And in case of the children, that is very short. That means this slit vocal cord we are talking about when the vocal cords are tight and thin, right? Tight and thin, that means the high frequency. And when the vocal cords are loose and thick, then it is of the low frequency. And due to this, the women and children, like they are having the high frequency, women and children, they shouted. When they will speak something, their voice is like the shrillness is there, loudness, tikhapan is there. That is due to the thin and tight vocal cords. That is due to the thin and the tight vocal cords. Is this clear? Right. After that, we had discussed the structure of an ear. Is there any doubt in the structure of ear? Anyone? If any doubt, then please ask. Structure of ear is clear to everyone? Sure? Right? I'm just again making, look here. Like this. One, two, this is one, this is 2.5. Here the auditory nerves. Ear has main three parts, right? Outer ear, then middle ear, and this is inner ear. Inner ear. This is ear pinna. You can write down only pinna. This is pinna. Ear canal, right? This is eardrum or tympanic membrane. Then ear has three bones, right? Ear has three bones: hammer, anvil, stirrup. I told you has, H-A-S. Ear has three bones. Has. H is hammer, A stands for anvil, S stands for stirrup. And stirrup is the smallest bone present in our body. Right? Then these are the semicircular canal. And this is cochlea. And these are auditory nerves, right? And this is called eustachian tube. Now, how it works? How it works? I'm just giving you a brief description of this structure. This is the structure and brief description of explanation of an ear, how it works. What will happen? This pinna will collect the sound wave from the surrounding, right? It will collect the sound waves from the surrounding. And after these pass through this ear canal, right? Sound wave pass through the ear canal and then strike to the ear drum. This eardrum starts vibrates. And when this eardrum vibrates, its vibration pass into the three bones. These three bones also vibrate. Then after these vibration, they will pass these vibration to the cochlea, right? Cochlea receives these amplified vibration from these three bones, and sensitive hair, very small sensitive hair are present on this cochlea, right? These are present and they convert these nerve impulse. These nerve impulse carried to the brain with the help of the auditory nerve, and then brain decodes these nerve impulse into the specific sound. Again, I am repeating, this pinna, it receives the sound waves from the surrounding and then pass through the ear canal and strike to the eardrum. Eardrum vibrates. These vibrations pass into the three bones. These three bones vibrate and pass these vibrations into the cochlea. In the cochlea, yeah, you can see the sensitive hair are present on this cochlea. They convert or receive these amplified vibration and convert into the nerve impulse. Then these nerve impulse transfer to the brain with the help of the auditory nerve. And when these auditory nerve they transfer it, then brain decodes. उसको decoding करेगा. Brain decodes the nerve impulse into the specific sound. Is this clear? How sound travel or structure of the human ear and structure and working of human ear is clear to everyone? Fine. Now, after this, we had discussed there are the two types of the sounds: audible sounds and inaudible sounds. We are having sounds, like two types of the sounds are there. We are having the one is the audible sound and inaudible. Right? Now, what are the audible sounds? The sounds that we can hear. The sound that the whose frequency, the you can say whose frequency lies between, please, this you have to learn, lies between 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz, 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. This is called the audible. This range we can hear, right? MCQ question, 1 mark question, like these kind of the question. When the sound whose frequency lies between the 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz, that sound waves, the sound can be audible sound. Inaudible sound, that means less than 20 hertz and more than 20,000 hertz, right? The sound whose frequency less than 20 hertz and more than 20,000 hertz, that we are not able to hear. These are called inaudible sounds. Due to this, depending on this, inaudible sounds are of two types, infrasonic and ultrasonic. Is that clear? Infrasonic and ultra. Less than 20,000, this is called infrasonic, right? And more than, this is called ultrasonic. These two we are not able to hear. Is it clear? These infrasonic, the sound whose frequency is less than 20 hertz. Who can hear this sound? Rhinoceros, right? Rhinoceros, whales, elephants. So these animals can hear the sound less than 20 hertz, that is the infrasonic. Due to this, like the earthquake vibration, that is very feeble, but animals, the elephants, they can hear this sound. Is it clear? And ultrasonic, that is more than 20,000 hertz. These are called the ultrasonic. And who can hear these? Dogs, bats.
Dogs.
Right? Bats. They can hear.
And Galton's whistle.
Galton's whistle, that is the, due to this, dogs can hear the sound more than 20,000 hertz. After this, we will discuss some important terms like amplitude, time period, frequency, pitch, and the numericals we had discussed, right? Now, what are the terms like amplitude? Pendulum, right, beta? Is it clear? This is A position, this is B, this is C. When it will move from here to here and then again come back, then this and then again. Right? What do you mean by the amplitude? The maximum displacement of the bob. First of all, before this amplitude, oscillatory motion. Because I have made the pendulum, oscillatory motion is what? Back and forth, like the to and fro motion of an object. To and fro motion of an object is called the oscillation. Okay? Then amplitude, the maximum displacement of the bob from its mean position to the extreme position. Like what is this? AB and AC. This is the amplitude, the maximum displacement. The maximum displacement. Is this clear? Now, what is the time period? Time taken by the bob to complete one oscillation. What is time period? Time taken by the bob. This bob. Time taken by the bob to complete one oscillation, that is called the time period. Is it clear? Then frequency. Then frequency we had discussed, right? What do you mean by the frequency? That means the number of complete oscillation made by a pendulum in 1 second. That means number of oscillation made. Yeah, you can say number of oscillation per second. Number of oscillations per second means time taken. That means the time taken. We can write the time taken. And it is the units of this frequency is hertz. H-E-R-T-Z. Or you can write H capital like this and Z like this. Is it clear? Is it clear, bete? Right? After that, we had discussed the loudness. Loudness is what? Loudness of the sound that depends on its amplitude. That depends upon its amplitude. That is the square of the directly proportional to the square of the amplitude. Right? जैसे normal breathing जो है and that is in the decibels. अगर if we are like normal breathing rate है, that is having a 10 decibel sound. Loudness है उसकी. Right? Normal conversation हम बात कर रहे हैं, then it is the 60 decibel. So different loudness like we are using. ठीक है, busy traffic है, when we are on the traffic like on the road having a high traffic, then 70 decibel. Factories का जो noise है, that is having the 80 decibel loudness. Right? Above this, it is a painful. अगर हम बात करें तो if it increases more than 80 decibel, then it is painful for our ear. Is it clear, bete? Right? Now we will discuss the difference between noise and music. Difference between noise and music. Right? And we will differentiate this noise and music on the basis of some parameters. Parameters. So number one parameter on which we will differentiate noise and music, number one is that is the effect. Effect. What is the effect of the noise? It produces an unpleasant effect on our ear. Is that clear? Noise, it produces unpleasant effect on our ear and mind. And what is the effect of the music? It produces a pleasant effect on our ear and our mind. Is this point clear? Second point, type of vibration. Type of vibration. If we will talk about type of vibration, then noise, they produce irregular type, irregular and non-periodic vibration. That means it will not repeat after regular interval. Suppose you switch on your TV, you raise the volume and immediately to reduce it, then again mute, right? Horns honk, right? Like what is happening in this case, type of vibration is produced by this irregular and non-periodic. Whereas music, it produces regular and periodic vibrations, right? Third is waveform. Third is waveform, right? It has irregular, like if I am talking about like this, इस तरह से, it is having a irregular waveform. And but when we will talk about the music, it is having a regular. Is this point clear? Irregular waveform, regular, right? Health hazard. Fourth one is health hazard. What is the effect of the noise on our health? Naturally, long exposure to the noise leads to the serious health problems, right? Serious, the pain in ear, like temporary or the permanent problems will be there, right? And music, it does not cause any health hazard. Is this point clear? 4 points on parameters are there on which we differentiate music and noise. Noise produces unpleasant effect on our ear and mind, and that produces a pleasant effect on our ear and mind. Types of vibration, these are having irregular and non-periodic vibrations. These are having regular and periodic vibrations, right? Irregular waveforms, regular waveforms. Health hazard, serious health problems, then does not cause any problem. Is there any doubt regarding here, regarding it?